RG3 versus Kaepernick. Which one has underperformed more this year?
And is there a wide receiver worth starting whose last name isn't French for waiter?
These questions and more answered on the War Room's Monday Night Football Fantasy Preview. San Francisco travels to Maryland to face the Redskins.
That's where they play.
Two of the most hyped quarterbacks of 2012 with huge letdown seasons, Colin Kaepernick and Robert Griffin III. The Washington is in complete disarray, just eating each other.
Right.
This RG3.
They're crumbling right now, like emotionally, intellectually. It is a complete disaster.
As someone who hates Redskins fans, I got to say it's a joy to watch.
Oh, the Schadenfreude is like tilting right now.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it. I am drinking the milkshake that is the Washington Redskins falling apart right now.
But let's talk about the fantasy implications of that.
But I think that's going to have. This is exactly the worst team that could be coming to town. I see this as a game of complete opposites fantasy-wise, because the 49ers are the worst team that could be coming to town for the Redskins, whereas going to Washington to play the Redskins is the best thing that could happen to struggling Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers.
Yeah. I am actually a frustrated Kaepernick owner in one of my leagues, and
There's no other kind.
I'm happy to start him this week against the Redskins. Just a complete disarray on defense. I don't know who they can stop. As for Robert Griffin III, if you're starting and hoping him to suddenly do something against a very scary Niners defense, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, the young guns, the Niners have held all those to less than 170 yards passing.
Right.
Now, granted, in a lot of those cases, it's because those teams were in control against the Niners and were running the ball more. But still, this kind of shut down fantasy-wise, and that's what we're talking about
Now,
here.
last week, the 49ers also went to the Superdome, and they held Drew Brees to only one passing touchdown. Really should have won that game, or at least sent it to overtime if it were not for another highly controversial call, the penalty on Brees, which led to the victory for the Saints. They locked him down. I think it was about 200 yards passing, only one touchdown, one pick, and as we all know, the Saints pointed up big time when they play at home. So that was a very impressive effort against the Saints rushing and the Saints passing. Now you go in here where RG3 has 13 touchdowns and 8 interceptions on the season, and they're not sure who they're going to hand the ball off to. They got one viable wide receiver. It's a complete mess. I think maybe the defensive play of the week could be the 49ers.
I agree. I think they're going to have a fantastic game. Also, fantasy owners, note that Jordan Reed, coming off a concussion, I believe he is out. You need to find yourself a new tight end.
Could be Fred Davis, the talented Mr. D.